Now move on to the Grizzlies on Sunday. Anthony Davis and the players now get a much-deserved rest. Take a listen.
Grit, toughness, urgency, effort, resiliency, everything. It took everything out of us to, get to where we are. Took more out of us tonight. So we get a couple days.
Hey, careful, Austin.
Yeah, right. We get a couple days before we go to Memphis to start preparing for them. It's been a battle. It's been an up and down season for us, but now it's the time to show who we are. And we showed it tonight. Down 15, 18, whatever it was. Just one possession at a time, came in, played some defense. I think we only held them until I fouled Mike to 10 points in the fourth quarter. So we got back to it defensively. Overcoming all that turnovers and our bad plays and our brain farts on the defensive end and offensive end, we're still able to pull it out.
No, I mean, we discussed it on the bench. The play was between me and AD. We discussed it on the bench, and then, we move forward. I mean, because we still got 5 more minutes to play, that's how we started overtime. I mean, we outscored them in OT 10-4, so we was able to, recalibrate, get our game back, and then go on. I think we scored the first 5 points of overtime, and, it was good for us. And that's one thing we've been really good at. Even through the ups and downs, we've been very resilient, been able to stick with the game, and, find a way to get it out and win, either with slow starts or, not finishing the game off how we would like to, but, just always trying to find a way. And tonight was another instance of that versus a very, very, very good team.
Shout out to Chris Finch, Cat, Anthony Edwards, and specifically Michael Conley, Taurean Prince. Those guys played with a ton of pride. That's a hell of a ball club over there. Down some of their main guys. Nothing but respect for those guys. And Michael Conley, man, I thought I was watching the Memphis Grizzlies from years ago. It just seemed like everything he threw up went in. And he's just one of the greatest human beings you could ever meet and be around. And his leadership was on full display, and just his game, the level at which he played at, was unbelievable. So we're very fortunate to come out with this win.
So before we look ahead, let's look back. AD foul at the end of the fourth. When that play happened, I need honesty, and we can all talk about it now because obviously the Lakers are on the right side of it. Did you think that the Lakers were headed for a loss?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, just because, you don't typically get to make mistakes like that and those kinds of situations and, live to tell.
Yep.
It's a lot of stuff happened in that game that we've talked about and dissected a little bit. I'm sure there'll be more. One of the things that we may not talk about, so I'll bring it up right now, maybe the biggest shot of the game, and it next to the Dennis Schroeder three, Rui Hachimura at the start of overtime.
Yep, big three.
To hit a three-pointer, to kind of just, turn the temperature down. You know what I mean? To move it from high to simmer a little bit, I think was a huge shot. But yeah, I mean, obviously a huge mistake. You usually don't get to make a couple of those. And by the way, the Lakers made a bunch of them in the last minute. Couldn't get the ball in bounds.
Yeah, a couple times.
Back-to-back turnovers. And then obviously that foul, which was a mistake that cost them a game earlier this year against Dallas. You'd hope that they wouldn't make it.
Again.
It was just enough of a foul. But yeah, if you move forward, they are moving forwards. You can't do this.
Right.
You have to clean. This is what you have to clean up.
And that's the key part there. These are mistakes, to your point. If you want to survive and advance in the postseason, you can't have many of them, if any.
No,
especially of this caliber.
Yeah, it's like when you're on live TV and your chair just starts falling to the ground. It's like you need to address that situation quickly, fix it, pinpoint it.
You did.
Sit up.
You had good
move
coaches
forwards.
helping you.
That is
It was a
true.
great response by you.
It was a great team.
Yeah.
But